I love X-Men. I was a huge X-Men fan when I was a kid. Had all the Jim Lee type books, a lot of X-Force type deals. My brother's got Deadpool's first appearance. I have Deadpool's first his first number one comic, his like his own series. I have that. So it's like I love the mutants, and the mutants used to be like the bee's knees in the 80s and 90s. The Avengers were a B team at that point. And like Robert turned that around. So
Yeah.
I Robert turned that around, and Brian Singer kind of turned that around. So
Uh,
and, and Grant Morrison. So it's like they had an awesome fucking set of generations of X-Men comics that crescendoed with the movie. And Brian Singer didn't like the yellow spandex, so you make jokes about yellow spandex in the movie. You want them to be hot, so you make them look like black leather spandex.
like Biker Mice from Mars or something.
Yeah, and then you change all the characters in the fucking movie except for Wolverine. It was not an ensemble film like it should have been.
Right.
It was a good movie for Hugh Jackman. I am not sorry that we got Hugh Jackman out of
Oh,
those
hell
series.
no.
But they were not good for X-Men, and Grant Morrison ruined X-Men for me. Like after that movie came out, they changed all the costumes to look just like the movie.
Gotcha.
The art was not nearly as good, and it wasn't as fun anymore. It got way too soap opera-ish, way more than usual.
Yeah.
And I just stopped. So I'm hoping like this will open up the mutants to be top notch again. I'd really like that again.
Yeah, I would really like that too. But you bring up X-Men, Kevin. There was another trailer that came out today. You want to check that one out too?
I do.
And sharing the screen. And 3, 2, and 1. And play.
Watch the series finale of X-Men next Saturday morning. Check your local listings.
I'm grateful to have the chance to say goodbye. I am proud.
God damn you assholes, you're already killing Professor X. What the fuck? Boy, that's starting off pretty depressing as far as I'm concerned, but
they gave him back his magic legs in the first 5 episodes, I think, and then brought him back from the Savage Land and put him back in the chair. So I mean, they've done worse.
Oh, that's totally true.
They've killed his body, put him in the astral plane, brought it back, like somehow redid his body. That's in the comics and the movies.
That's true. Wow. Interesting scene. I like pause this on. Like some of these character designs don't look right. I didn't notice this earlier, but this is supposed to like mimic the old style.
Jubilee looks like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
She
is that like
fucking not Wilma, but Barney's wife?
Jinkies. Betty.
Oh, you just said Velma. Oh god, now I can't unsee
that. I mean, Jubilee has glasses, but they're not like that. They're cool sunglasses.
No. Anyway.
I love you all, my X-Men.
Fate lies in our hands now.
Love the static imagery right there. Famous VHS tape that most of us grew up with.
Oh, pixelation, I miss you.
It's fun. Real quick story, because it relates to X-Men, the original animated series here, is like when it first came out, I remember watching, I don't know what I was watching, but my mom and I were ordering pizza that night. And one of the promo deals at the time was if you order this pizza, you can either get a VHS tape for this cartoon show, or you could get it for like the X-Men show. And because if you ordered enough food, you could, tack it on for like an extra 5, 10, whatever dollars. It was like some big promotional deal. So there was a fun promo deal. And I remember saying like, yeah, you could throw the tape on and it gets delivered. And my mom's like, what the goddamn hell are you doing ordering a goddamn videotape? I didn't want to spend an extra $10 on this. You better watch this stupid thing. You damn right I watched the hell out of that thing. And then when the show came out, I couldn't stop watching it. So little fun story for Jeff.
I was addicted to this show as a kid. Like I remember being at my mom's friend's house in Bakersfield, California, when Scott and Jean got married. And like we were going to Magic Mountain that day, and I wasn't ready to go until the fucking episode was over because I wanted to see if they got married just like in the comics.
Yeah.
I was a nerd.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nerd. We should get a clip in our little video selection for clips. It should be Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds.
Nerds.
We have to stay vigilant. The professor entrusted us with his dream.
Okay, we're definitely seeing he's dead. There ain't no coming back from this one, apparently.
No Patrick Stewart for him. Huh.
Yep. The Chrome Dome is now officially done.
You watched Wolverine and the X-Men, didn't you?
No, I did not actually.
I
Was it
didn't
any
either.
good? Okay.
Yes. I bought it and I've watched like 10 minutes of it and I really liked it. I just haven't gone back to it.
Wait, is that a show that you recommended we do for our podcast?
Yeah, it's one season. It'd probably work for that.
Okay. Yeah, because anybody who's tuning in to our show, Dead Wire Live here, we have a podcast where we talk about old cult classic and classic TV shows. And part of our deal is if it was canceled, we are very likely to cover that. So we're always looking for fun shows to do. And X-Men and the Wolverine sounds like one right up our alley. Something like the original X-Men series, which ran like 5 years. That might be something to tackle in a very different way.
Yeah.
It might be more of a remember when and pick like your 10 favorite episodes sort of deal. We could always do something like that. But, obviously we're watching this now. And so we're getting the new show and we'll see how well this goes.
No matter how dark it is, we must believe in each other.
That's my boy Gambit.
We get this done by working together as a team.
Jeez, Thub, keep buzzing in my ear.
Okay, I know a lot of people are talking about the voice of Wolverine. I guess that actually is the original voice actor for Wolverine.
It is.
From the original animated series. It doesn't sound right. Even to me, I swore like earlier on in the day, Kevin and I were even talking about this before we got to this, and we were like, hey, let's cover this tonight too. And it doesn't sound right, but it really is the same voice actor, just the voice changed enough to where he sounds a little bit different, not nearly as gruff. And only one of the original voice actors didn't come back, and it's the voice actor for Jubilee because she's not Korean, so she didn't want to play a Korean anymore.
Fair enough.
But the rest of them all are original voice actors for, if they were in the original animated series and they're in this one, they brought them all back for that.
The gentleman that played Cyclops passed away, I believe.
Yes, that was the one exception.
Yeah.
There was no way around that.
Of course. I thought that they had just had Cyclops written off, like maybe he'd passed away, but no, that was not the case. And whoever is playing Cyclops is perfect sounding so far.
Yeah. I didn't pick up on that being different, like much, if at all, to be frank. It's like I caught more of the Wolverine than anything else.
Same.
So it was kind of funny.
Same. Yeah. If I didn't know any better and I thought I was mistaken, like, did I read that wrong? But no.
Nope.
Just
Nope,
a
you didn't
really
read that
good
wrong.
voice
And
actor.
a lot of people earlier were like, yes, no, it's the different voice actor. And it's like, okay, I looked it up myself and yeah, it's Cal. He came back to do Wolverine. It's just like, man, he doesn't sound right, but it is him. So I can't be mad at that. So it's kind of, I'll say that's kind of funny.
You know who did a good Wolverine was Mark Hamill. If you get the X2 video game for PS2, he did a really good job in that game.
Was that one of the Legends games or was that something different?
Different. It had Hugh Jackman's face on the front of it. It was for
I don't
X2.
remember that game.
It was
Interesting.
called Wolverine's Revenge. And it was a really fun game. Like you could like prowl up on people and like shank them in the Achilles tendon and pull their legs out from under them.
I'm gonna have to look this up because what's coming up next for like a Wolverine outside of like Deadpool and this is Insomniac is doing the Wolverine game, and they're the ones who just put out like Spider-Man 2 that everybody would know about. And I got them sitting down here, but I pulled these out of I pulled out my Resistance games because I was thinking about playing these sometime soon. But I think I have something else I might be playing, and we'll cover that soon. But that's Insomniac. They're putting out a Wolverine game. It's supposed to be, I guess it's supposed to sound pretty fun, but I guess there was a leak. I never caught any of the information about what was leaked out, though.
I've only seen one or played one Wolverine game that I did not like.
Okay.
And that was Spider-Man and X-Men versus Arcade for the Super Nintendo. It was not fun.
Gotcha.
The Wolverine game was there a Wolverine game for NES? I think there was. I know there was a Silver Surfer and a Punisher game, but
I was Sega and Atari. I was never Nintendo.
I loved rentals. But anyway, yeah, there's been a good string of Wolverine games otherwise.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never played too many of them other than like the X-Men Legend games, which I swear by those. Those are fantastic.
Yeah, I need to repurchase those. I also highly recommend Wolverine Origins for the PS3. That does have Hugh Jackman's voiceover, and it's a lot like God of War. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, okay.
A lot of fun.
Gotcha. I need to check that out then too.
Yeah.
Man, you're increasing my video game library. Come on.
I'm sorry. I got to do something to like
you're not.
encourage people to do stuff silly and fun.
That is okay. Well, speaking of fun, let's continue.
Was that a little
the Sentinels
Cable?
look pretty dope. Yeah, Cable's in this.
Oh, no, I mean when he was like putting his hand on the belly, that's little Cable.
You sure
Underneath.
that's not a what? Oh, that's I see what you're getting at. That's right.
That's either Cable or Rachel Summers.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I did notice like she was pregnant, but it didn't click earlier on because I was like, I want to watch this with you and talk about it. So
I didn't notice this part actually.
yeah. Okay. Well, that's yeah, I noticed that she was I have one of my little baby cats with me. Say hi, little baby. And so got a little run in here, but she's just flapping me. Anyway, yeah, so I'm pretty curious to see where this is going.
If the baby comes out with mutton chops.
Oh, yeah, right.
Scotty don't know.
Adamantium fingernails. She's Lady Deathstrike 2.0.
Ooh. Too broken.
My boy Gambit. Fuck yeah.
Ingenious.
Zoom up.
My X-Men.
I love that Cyclops is the leader of this. I just hope they keep forward with how they treated him in the original series. Because it's his
Oh
fucking
yeah.
team. It's not Wolverine's team. It's not anybody else's team. It's fucking Cyclops, as far as I'm concerned.
Cyclops and Storm were the two leaders. They had a blue team and a
Yes.
gold team, and they were both great, like equally, like as team leaders. They both did really well, and occasionally they would cross over, and it would be a
Right.
hell of a lot of fun. Or Scott
Yeah.
would fill in if she needed to go do like Morlock duties or whatever.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. But no, I think we got a pretty good team here. Like seeing that's what, Bishop back there?
Yeah, yeah.
Wolvie, Beast, Rogue, Gambit, Storm, and Morph.
Morph, Polymorph, who, just putting it out there, that's Morph's costume, but it's the head from the comic book, and that was from the Age of Apocalypse series, I think, which was a whole other dimension.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. I guess they're just going to say that's what he looked like. He just always had that other face. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
That would be my guess.
Yeah. Well, if that, hopefully it saves them on animation so they can put the other things, whatever scene he's in. I guess we'll find out. But it's coming in March. I'm pretty optimistic about this one. We've heard some things about some of the characters in this, and the only thing is, like, there's news going around right now about Morph and him being non-binary, and it goes back to like a conversation from San Diego Comic-Con in 2022. And just there's some people feeling like they don't really want that kind of vibe being thrown into this and pigeonholed because he was never really that character. I can't speak to that. I never read the comic books, and you never really got an impression about that from the original animated series. But I don't think you need to project like a current day sensibility in there. This is set in like 97. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how it gets treated, but what do you think, Evan?
I'm honestly not sure. I mean, I know we were certainly a lot more closed-minded back in 97. I don't know that it's necessarily important to the story that they're going to tell, so I don't know that it's important to bring about. I honestly couldn't say. If it adds to the story, great. If it doesn't, then it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
And
we'll have to
when
wait
they
and see if
do
it's like
irrelevant
an
things
actual
like that,
plot point going, like if it's a long-term plot point or if it's just a single episode sort of deal. I guess we'll find out what kind of planning they got going on here.
if they're virtue signaling or being inclusive because that's the thing to do these days, then it's wrong.
Yes, agreed.
Then it's wrong. That's not why you do those things. If you do it, it's because it's part of the story. That's what the character is going to be, and it's a bold statement for you. That's the way you're going to go. I don't know that that's what they did. Halloween 2018 didn't do that at all.
Yeah. I guess ultimately we'll find out when it drops. So
agreed. And the positive aspect is Morph was never in the comic books up until Age of Apocalypse. That was their opportunity to bring him in. They made him up to kill off in the first episode of X-Men. And they brought him back because of popularity. For whatever reason, he just kind of stuck with kids. I don't know why. He wasn't cool to me. Wolverine liked him. Like he got fridged, so Wolverine would like vow vengeance and stuff like that. I mean, okay. And then he comes back to be a bad guy because Mr. Sinister experimented on his brain.
Right.
Okay, that happens in the comics too. Like not that specifically to Morph, because he didn't exist, but that's who Mr. Sinister is, or what he does. So I don't know. They have an opportunity to define the character in a way. So we'll see again if that defining character is good for the story, or if they're just doing that to say, "Look, we're doing good things."
We hit the checklist.
Kinda. That's. I don't. They.
I hope not. I mean, It's really hard to say. It's still Disney and still Disney Marvel. I just, until we see more, I don't know. I just don't want this to be another, what we've been seeing lately, the continuing trend of
Fucking
to
up our
do this.
childhood.
yeah, that too. I mean, I know things got to be updated, but like, it don't got to be like this. It just don't like.
No.
I mean, you got a great cast of characters. Did you still really need Morph? But based on what we're hearing, he's going to have that continuing relationship with Logan, being close together, and that he's still the positive out of what I'm hearing though is more Mr. Sinister. So yes, please, more to Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, because Magneto is not. Oh, I guess I should probably stop talking.
No.
We haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, yeah.
Magneto will not be an adversary to the X-Men, I don't think. I think it will be someone more like Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, probably. But speaking of that, let's continue.
Magneto.
The last will and testament of Charles Xavier. Everything he built now belongs to me.
Dibs on the sofa!
Disney Plus. I don't want to sign up just to watch this.
Use my account.
Okay. Password sharing. Fuck you, Disney.
I'm really excited for this. There is a great opportunity that they could fuck it up, just because that's been their track record for the last year or two.
It's been the MO.
Like even the What If wasn't a bad cartoon at all, but it wasn't What If from the comics. It was a multiverse type story, which is, I guess, what the comics were, but the comics were a lot more lighthearted. Sometimes stupidly so, like Wolverina that had the long fingernails and but dressed in Wolverine's outfit. She was rather she's outdated and offensive at this point, but it was more funny at that point. The What If now is a lot more dramatic.
Yeah.
A lot more serious to the MCU. Like if Black Panther had been kidnapped instead of Star-Lord, or if he became Star-Lord instead of Peter Quill.
Yeah.
And how different that would have been on everybody's life, to the point where Thanos becomes a bartender and rethought his life.
Oh, dear God. I haven't watched like any of that, so I don't know if what you're telling me is truth or not. I totally believe it though.
No, that's one of the episodes. I stopped watching there's 6, I think, and I watched like the first 3 or 4.
Okay.
I'm like, this isn't really all that great.
Oh dear God.
And again, not that imperative to the MCU, because at this point, when you branch out and have to do multiverse, it's because you have fucked up and convoluted your stories.
Yeah.
DC has done that and done that and done that and done that and done that, to the point where the first Crisis on Infinite Earths was stupid and people thought it was stupid. And then they came out with 0 Hour and then Infinite Crisis. And it's like they have to keep fucking doing it. 52, New 52. And it got so much worse that people were like, that Crisis on Infinite Earths was pretty good that time.
Oh, yeah, right.
But I don't know. Marvel's multiverse isn't necessary, I guess, other than say like the Ultimate comic books or their Ultimate line. I don't know. Not necessary. Could be fun in a way, but not necessary. The only good thing that What If really brought that I think fans truly enjoyed was the Marvel Zombies. I'm not a zombie fan, but everybody loves the Marvel Zombies, so I think that episode truly popped for them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes. But X-Men, for the kids at home, the old kids at home, older than
like
me.
Us.
No, older than us. Just a hair.
Just a hair. If you have hair, still.
Yeah, if you remember, there was a point where Professor X died in the comics in the 80s, and Magneto led the X-Men. And of course, they didn't want him in his red and purple outfit because he was recognized as a villain in that outfit. So he wore this. And I was poking fun with you earlier today saying, well, hey, as long as they don't make Magneto look like this, they can't fucking lose. So I find this today. And I'm like, oh no, they really did it.
Oh. Gee, I wonder what the M stands for.
Magneto.
Super Magneto.
Cerebro. But they do show him in his regular uniform, or not uniform, but his red outfit, which is nice. Much better for me anyway.
Yeah.
The purple.
Oh my god. I don't know.
They were reaching back with that one. I was like, yes.
Scored points with Kevin.
Oh, so cheesy. I love it. I love it. And I want to say what happened was he had to stand trial for being a villain.
Yep.
And then he got to lead the X-Men. And the X-Men were all outlaws anyway, so
yeah.
Wasn't like they were harbinging a fucking another outlaw.
Yep, another one.
But the my big takeaway from the X-Men trailer that was brilliant, that I think is absolutely awesome, and I'm surprised that no one ever did it before, was this charging up Wolverine's claws with kinetic energy.
I'm gonna say I thought that was in X-Men Legends when you did the team up battles and you did the special team attacks.
Oh, I don't recall. I will have to fucking try that. Oh, I need to go get those.
I have to. I might not be remembering that correctly, but I do believe that was the case because I do remember playing that game and specifically having Wolverine and Gambit on the same team.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That I use that in part.
It might have been a variation on that. It may not have been that specifically, but yeah, I'm a total Gambit guy, so I hope they. That's what I'm excited for. Is more Gambit, more Rogue. Let's fucking go.
Exactly. Gambit and Rogue together, because that was always fun. I don't know if that's still a thing, but
good relationship, a good, honest, sweet relationship.
So. Yeah, the hyper sex pot pervert and the lady that has to be celibate. Like, it writes itself.
Yep, takes care of itself. You don't need no love triangle with those two.
No. No. Poor Gambit, though. He's gotten so fucked up between the cartoon and the comic books, just trying to like steal a smooch from her.
Yep. Mon cher.
Again, I loved the X-Men. They were a family. They are interchangeable, but the core team was always a family, is always a family.
Yeah.
The Avengers weren't always a family.
This is true.
They were
more like acquaintances.
Sometimes, yes. In a lot of ways, yes, except for Tony and Steve. The Hulk went his own way after like issue 3. And Thor was in and out, I think.
Yeah.
Or no, it was those 3 all the time. Hulk left after issue 3.
Oh, okay. It seems like there's plenty to pull from as far as X-Men go and Avengers and whatnot.
Yeah, they even fight at one point, which apparently was a horrible ass story. Like Cyclops was the bad guy. So again, it's like I don't regret not reading X-Men past like this beautiful age here. Does that make me old and curmudgeonly? Sure. But I kept reading Spider-Man and Batman after that. That was so fun. But that is all I had for X-Men.